Hey there guys, so Anthony Joshua has revealed who hit him the hardest and it's not Andy Ruiz Jr. despite Andy Ruiz Jr. knocking him down 4 times in their fight on June 1st. Anthony Joshua had this to say. Who's hit me the hardest? Yeah, Klitschko. I was going to say Ruiz, but when he hit me, it was like a concussion on the back of the head. When I went in with Klitschko, yeah, I knew it could just go 2 ways. I could either win or I'm going to be laid out on my back. You know, like when you're carried out on the stretcher. So, there we go. That is what Anthony Joshua has said. Wladimir Klitschko is the one who hit him harder, not Andy Ruiz Jr. Now, power ranges a lot. I mean, speed and power are 2 different things, but they fold into one when you get hit with a fast shot you do not see coming. And that is what happened with Anthony Joshua and Andy Ruiz Jr. When Anthony Joshua knocked down Andy Ruiz Jr., Anthony Joshua rushed in for the finish, and Andy Ruiz Jr. threw a left hook, which landed on the chin of Anthony Joshua, and it did not move him. But Andy Ruiz Jr. threw the same shot, but higher on the head, just behind the ear, and that is what caused the damage. It was a fast shot, because Andy Ruiz Jr. is very fast, not necessarily the most powerful shot in the world, but it was in the right place in order to cause a concussion for Anthony Joshua, and it was just a shot that Anthony Joshua could not recover from. So Ruiz, his biggest weapon was his speed. Speed kills, that's what they say, and he did knock Anthony Joshua down 4 times. Say Wladimir Klitschko hit him with that punch, or maybe even Deontay Wilder, then Anthony Joshua would have been out cold. Now, what a lot of people are also saying is that Anthony Joshua sustained a beating from Andy Ruiz Jr. over 4 rounds, from the 3rd round onto the 7th when he was stopped. But that's not so much the case, is the fact that Anthony Joshua was suffering from concussion, and those fast punches were punches he just couldn't see coming, especially after being hurt that bad with that big punch, almost to the back of the head. It was a legal punch, it was just above or behind the ear. And Anthony Joshua's senses were scrambled from then on, and he just could not recover from that. And ultimately, Anthony Joshua could not see any of the punches coming from Andy Ruiz Jr. after that, because his legs stiffened, he couldn't move away, he could only back up in straight lines. And that just allowed Andy Ruiz Jr. to follow him and go to work, whereas Wladimir Klitschko was hitting Anthony Joshua with extremely heavy punches, but they weren't as fast as Andy Ruiz Jr. And many of the punches Anthony Joshua could see coming, otherwise they would have put him unconscious. If you can see a shot coming, it's amazing how the human body adapts and braces itself ready for impact, and that's what happened against Wladimir Klitschko, whereas against Andy Ruiz Jr., Ruiz was throwing big wide hooks and close punches when he got on the inside, and Anthony Joshua could rarely see them coming, and that is what hurt him a lot, especially after suffering that big blow in the 3rd round that dropped Anthony Joshua. Plus, when you range power, you always have to consider that Andy Ruiz Jr. was a different opponent to Wladimir Klitschko. Anthony Joshua went into the Wladimir Klitschko fight expecting to get hit hard, expecting probably to have to get off the canvas at some stage, whereas against Andy Ruiz Jr., it was just Ruiz. He was just going in there. He was an opponent. He wasn't necessarily a big threat to Anthony Joshua, so ultimately Anthony Joshua let his guard down, whereas against Wladimir Klitschko, he went in there expecting to take those kind of punches. Look at David Haye and Tony Bellew for an example. Tony Bellew went in there knowing he's going to have to take a big right hand from David Haye at some point. He prepared himself for that and he was looking for it all night. He knew when it was going to come. And it did come a couple times in the first fight and even in the second fight. But he was ready for it and he knew when it was going to be coming. So he could prepare and brace himself for it. Whereas when he fought someone like Adonis Stevenson is a lot faster, a lot smaller. And a lot of the punches that were thrown from Adonis Stevenson, Tony Bellew did not see coming. But it's not necessarily about power, it's about the punch, where it lands, and whether the opponent sees the punch coming or not. But anyway guys, what are your thoughts on this? Anthony Joshua saying Ruiz did not hit the hardest, it was actually Wladimir Klitschko. Drop your thoughts in the comments below, click the thumbs up and subscribe if you are new. Thanks guys.